What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled The Overvalued Mother. I did a video on the undervalued father, so that has a other side. And some of y'all might go yes, and others be like, here we go with that yet again. But the concept is this: I think society is giving mothers too much credit now on recent history, because I think mothers in recent history have been basically getting their title on the backs of mothers in previous generations and not doing the same motherly things. So where we're at currently, I think there's a lot of overvalued mothers. And the reason I say that is because when you compare older generations mothers to newer generations mothers, and what I've seen over the years of my life, like my grandmothers didn't say things like, I gave birth to you. Nah. My grandmother's great grandmother's like, look, I raised you. They'll start with, yeah, I gave birth to you, but I fed you, I clothed you, I raised you. I gave you these principles. I gave you love and showed you how to love other people. I gave you responsibilities and standards and work ethic, and I gave you tools to be to go into society. Like my grandparents would say things like, I taught you everything I could teach you. And you don't hear that nowadays. You just hear, that's your mother, she birthed you. I mean, she's supposed to do other stuff, right? And that's one of my major problems. Let's get into some of these things now. Because mothers right now, we say these kids are out of control. Because they'll say, it's these kids don't have fathers in their lives, and some of them don't. But that was true for mothers back in the day too. And you know what? That wasn't an excuse. Those kids knew if they got out of line, mama was going to tear them up. They don't know that now. These kids, their mothers aren't concerned about their education. They tell these kids to get an education, but these mothers aren't really concerned about their education. They're not concerned about their interactions with teachers. And being that I was raised with my grandparents, etiquette. Mothers don't teach etiquette. So kids have no manners. And you're seeing kids, young adults, and adults who have the same childish mindset. Like, I could say whatever I want to anybody. I could do whatever I want, and there will be no consequences because can't nobody tell me nothing, or nobody's going to do anything to me. And I attribute that to overvalued mothers, because there are generations of mothers who you couldn't tell them nothing. They figured they could say whatever they want and do whatever they want, and nothing's gonna happen to them. And unfortunately, society, and society and family courts and law enforcement really backed that for far too long, and you see the results of it. And now people are starting to not really put their foot in mothers' behinds, but they getting that look like, you know what, it's you. You know, mothers are overvalued. Some mothers are overvalued. The overvalued mother is the mother that could, and I've been watching these videos, like the paternity court videos recently, and this is what made me start thinking about it. You know, these mothers sit there and lie to their children for a lifetime. And when it comes out that mom's been lying, do you really want to get to the truth? Nah, that's what the kid's saying. Nah, just, I'm just let it go. And, part of the reason they letting it go is because mom is so deified that, what happens when your God is a piece of work? Your deity lied to you. Your deity manipulated you. Your deity led you astray. Your deity made you live a lie that they knew was a lie. But you're too brainwashed and have this Stockholm Syndrome mentality that you can't just respond appropriately because it's mom. Like I said, and this is a problem with overvalued mothers, because mothers nowadays could do too much, can get away with too much, and have gotten away with too much for far too long. Think about all the things that fathers are condemned for doing that mothers do openly. Think about the idea. My coworker told me I looked like I was punching powder, but yeah, whatever. But think about all the things that society will tell you a mother, that you deify your mother for, that your mother actually doesn't do. Mothers are the first teachers. Now that's taken over by teachers, predominantly female teachers, but teachers. Your mother is going to teach you life skills. Now you got a mentor, or you're looking online or in books or on television for people to guide you, because you're not getting that guidance in the house. Mothers are supposed to help you have self-confidence and self-esteem, and now you're looking at this, and mom ain't got self-confidence and self-esteem, so how she gonna give it to you? So now you have to build that on your own. And mom is supposed to, in some ways, prepare you for the world, but you see all these kids and young adults and adults unprepared for the world, lost. And it's all because mom's work was overvalued. And the crazy part about this is, because they have this like gender role thing going on, it's so bad that when men do exactly what women do, or fathers live in the exact same position mothers live in, even women say they ain't doing nothing. So that lets you know the position is overvalued. When if you were to do it, it's not really being a mother is the hardest job in the world. But if you just reverse your gender role and you do a mother's job, you ain't doing nothing. Shoot, anybody could do that. So to me, it's like, y'all really need to look at this, because yeah, everybody gonna go to church for Mother's Day, and somebody gonna buy their mama this or that, but how many of these kids know credit because they learned it through mom. Kids know how to invest because they learned it through mom. Kids know how to purchase cars, homes, how to budget money. Did they learn that through mom? The kids understand how to compete in the growing job market and the economy, and how to be have entrepreneurial spirit? Did they learn that from mom? Did they learn how to put their best foot forward? Did they learn that from mom? And then most people, what did mom do? Mom loved me. And unfortunately, for some, it makes female love of less value, because now when men deal with women, one of the biggest complaints is they're not doing anything. They think their presence is enough. And unfortunately, I think that stems back to overvalued mothers whose just presence and I'm your mother is enough, when it's currently it's so far gone of what it used to be that people don't even know what normal is. And to list the work that mothers do to be valuable, you'll hear most mothers say they don't want to do that. That's too much work. So this is why currently I feel like, the mother is overvalued. So we out. Peace.